Well, that didn't work. So I just got off the water, been fishing the pond for a little over an hour. Horrible. Cows, pigs, hot, 99 degrees in the shade right now. Had one good bass on, 4 or 5 pounds got off. It's time to go. I'm going to tell about something. I'm going to do a whole new story what I was talking about. I'll be right back. Old school, trying to do new things. How's that? So I just editing a video. My GoPro lost another, the main meat of the thing yesterday. It ain't there. I go from 540 to 542. I'm gonna have to monetize this channel just to pay for $500–600 for the camera equipment. That'll take months. Anyway, what I was trying to do yesterday, after a bad day of fishing, was talking about something I'm gonna do for some videos this summer. I pay attention to every comment that I get. I try to acknowledge every comment unless they're nasty, at least with a thumbs up. I've had a couple comments go along the lines of, you're an old guy, forget the old stuff, or show us what an old guy's learning new. And that's fair enough. So I am going to do some things new to me this summer. Well, things I haven't mastered. How's that? Not necessarily new, but things I have not mastered. And I don't really like them, but I'm going to try some stuff. The first being the shaky head stuff. Shaky head. Well, I'm going to show you what I talked about in a video yesterday while I was on the water. Let's do that right now. I just thinking it's funny. People talk about shaky head fishing. About half the way I fish a worm like this in a pond this time of year is shaking it. I just shake it in one spot, move it a couple foot, shake it again. I think, well, that's something I don't understand. That's the way you fish a shaky head, right? Nothing new under the sun, y'all. Well, except I'm freaking to cook underneath the sun. See? I'm already doing the shaky stuff, just not the way that the finesse thing is. I am going to go out every day this summer with a shaky head, a 4 to 6 inch worm. I'm going to use some of my old worms, my old jelly worms and things. I don't think anybody's done that. I'm going to try the shaky head. The next one, and Lord help me, is the wacky rig. The Senko's not new. It came out by the time I quit serious fishing. I don't like it very much. I've tried it in these ponds. It seems to me to be a small fish catching thing. I know it catches tons of bass. Don't get on to me. It's just something I've never really done. I've got bags of them. I've fished them for several hours, probably, whatever. I fished them several days. I don't like them, but I'm going to mess with. I'll always have a Senko style bait on the rest of this summer. Is that fair enough? Because I can be taught new tricks. I can relearn things. I can be not so hard-headed maybe sometimes. And the third thing is something I experimented with 5 or 6 years ago, and I did the other day when I was throwing that hellbender in that last old bait video. And I'm throwing crankbaits on braided line. 20 or 30 pound braided line, 30 pounds, like 8 pound diameter like mono. Baits get a little deeper, and boy, can you feel them work. Get them loose easier when they get stuck. I'm gonna see how much of that works for me and see if it hurts me catching fish. Cause I'll have crankbaits with my monofilament on too. No, I'm not planning on doing fluorocarbon. I'm just too hard-headed for that. Maybe. There's always room to experiment, ain't there? Throwing that, especially the bigger crankbaits, the big extra deep diving crankbaits on braided line makes all the sense in the world. I'm not worried about spooking. I could do a whole video on spooking fish, braided line, how I'll never use a braided line to mono leader or fluorocarbon. I'll never do that. I tried that. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous way to fish. Leaders are for fly rods, in my opinion. But again, that's my opinion. Maybe it's something I need to learn. No, I'm not. I'm drawing a line on that. I tried that several years ago. Ain't happening. So this summer, beginning hopefully maybe a trip this week, if the conditions are right, I will always have, right now in my rod box, I have a Senko on a rod. I will have a shaky head with a 4, 5, 6 inch finesse style worm or bait, I've already done it most of my life. I show in the video, I fish a lot of baits that way. In the wintertime, my hula grub's dragging them. I spend a lot of time shaking them, but for summertime, warm water fishing, I've never done it much. So I'm gonna try that. What else? Anything else? Those are things I'm not comfortable with, especially as far as catching keeper bass or big bass. So I'm just gonna try some new things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's hot as heck and summer's here, so it's time to break out some new techniques, some new ideas. Y'all got anything you want me to try? Hula poppers on bluff points. I know, I tried that. Actually, that worked a couple times. I'm gonna go, I got things to do. Wait a minute, this isn't the end of the video. I've already filmed the end of the video clip is coming up. I hate this stuff really bad. And truly, that's it. It's a short little video. I try to do a video every couple days. I was hoping to show some big head, hot summer bass, muddy pond. There's freaking pigs. They're not supposed to be here. They're wandering and they're rooting and they're making a mess. I can't always be a hero. I'm gonna try some different things, experiment new things for me. I'm going to because people ask. I read my comments. I try to respond. If all it is a thumbs up to every comment. I don't know anybody else that does that. It's something I'm glad you guys are watching. You're foolish, but I'm glad you're watching. Remember my solar bat link in the description. Thank y'all very much. I'm gonna go to the house. I'm gonna play with some other things. I'm gonna cook my family dinner and cool off. Because it's cooling down. It's back to 99 degrees. God bless you guys. We'll talk at you later.